Everyone, welcome to my keto journey. So today I want to share with you a really yummy recipe that involves no cooking. You heard me right. You don't have to heat up the stove. Now this dish originates from Peru, and if you know anything about me, you know that I love Latin American food and I love Asian food, and this is something that I've been craving. But if you've seen by the title, the name of it is Corona Ceviche. Now, why did I name it Corona? I am not using Corona beer. But I wanted ceviche so bad. I wanted to make it keto. And I had to use what I had in my house. So this is Corona Ceviche, keto way. So let me put you down here and we'll get started. Okay. Now you can see on my cutting board, I hope, I have shrimp. Now this can be shrimp ceviche. This has been, I peeled and deveined and washed my shrimp early this morning and soaked it in lime juice. This is about 2.5 limes worth of juice to cover it up. And you can see it's done. And then I have an avocado. And I have it looks like a lot of onions, but it's not. I took a whole onion, cut a slice off of it, and then cut that slice in half. So it's not even a quarter of an onion. I just diced it up fine. Has some coriander, lime, cilantro. Now normally I'd use fresh cilantro, but there again, couldn't find that, didn't have it. Minced garlic, and salsa. Now why did I get salsa? Number one, I couldn't find any jalapeno peppers. I couldn't find any good tomatoes. And this is fresh salsa, which only has 2 carbs for 2 tablespoons. And not bad. So this is what we're going to be using. Okay, so let me get this set up and we'll show you what to do. Okay, to my bowl, I'm going to add my onions. And then I'm going to add about a 1/4 teaspoon of coriander. Now, coriander, cumin, and all those things, they all go together. If you don't know what coriander is part of the plant that cilantro comes from. And they play nice together. Okay, so then I'm going to put just a pinch of dried cilantro in there. And I'm going to squeeze this between my fingers because it activates the oil in it. And I'll probably put some more when we get it all mixed up. Then I'm going to put about a teaspoon of minced garlic in there. And give that a little juicy up again. Mix that all in. Then we're going to take my avocado and cut it in half. I hope it's a good one, y'all. It's I bought it when it wasn't quite so ripe. Now it's pretty ripe. Looks pretty good. Now what I'm going to do for this, I'm just going to cut it up in cubes on this half. So on a day like today that I'm going to eat a higher carb meal, I usually fast at lunchtime, which is what I did today. Although this isn't that high of a carb. Now I'm making this for one person. You can definitely add more to it. I used about 1/4 pound of shrimp. I'm just putting a little avocado in there. I'm saving this half of avocado, and I'll show you why in a minute. I'm going to put just a tiny bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Move this to the side. Then we're going to take our shrimp out of the lime juice. And you can see that it really has cooked in the lime juice. And we're just going to chop it up. Now, one thing I'll give you a caution. Some people say you should soak your shrimp or your seafood in the lime juice or lemon juice for 24 to 48 hours. Man, don't do that because that is just too long. It really is. Because what it does, it makes the seafood tough. And then it breaks down some of the connective tissues. And it makes it fall apart. Like really easy. The lime juice will kill most of the bacteria. And I say most. If you leave it in there long enough, it'll kill all of it. This is just a quick introduction to raw food. Now, I eat sushi. I love sushi. And I love ceviche with fish. I did not have any fish today. So, I'm going to put the shrimp back in there. Now, normally this is where you would put your tomatoes and stuff in here. But I am using salsa. Like I said, I couldn't find all the ingredients. But this salsa has jalapeno peppers. It has all the things that I would put in here if it were fresh. And of course, I can't get the lid open, so we're going to do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pour some in there. Just enough to get it covered. I don't want to put too many carbs in there. Oh man, this is smelling so good. So this would be considered one serving, basically. It's one serving of shrimp and maybe just a little bit more. So I'll probably put like 4 tablespoons in here. That amounts to like 4 carbs. The shrimp, of course, has none. Now, the avocado does have carbs, but has lots of fiber. So a small avocado, the whole thing just like this, is 11 carbs. But then it has 8 grams of fiber. So it's only 3 net carbs. Now I'm going to slice another lime. And squeeze over this. This just helps keep the guac in there from changing. Okay. Now we're going to put this and cover it up and put this in the fridge for just a few minutes, and then I'll show you how I'm going to serve it. Okay, so while that's resting, I've cut the other half of the avocado out. Like I said, this was a smaller avocado. I am going to squeeze some lime juice on it. This just helps it stay nice and... I don't know what's wrong with these limes. They're not that juicy. This one's not. The other ones were good. There we go. But when we get all our shrimp and stuff on it, it'll take care of it. This is how I'm going to serve it. Because I'm making this a meal, I am not eating it as appetizer. Which is what ceviche is normally served as an appetizer. Now, if I was eating an appetizer, keto friendly, I would eat this with like pork rinds. And I think that would be very good. Or I would make my keto nacho chips and eat it with that. So, let's get the thing out of the refrigerator. It's been in there for about 5 or 6 minutes. Okay, so how I'm going to serve this is, I'm just going to put a big helping of it on top of my avocado, if it'll stay upright. If not, we'll just eat it anyway. And just put some around the dish. Now, even though this is supposed to be one serving, it is like way more than what I can eat. So, this will be perfectly fine, held over in the refrigerator till the next day. And I will eat the rest of it for lunch. And then to lunch, I will be adding pork rinds with it. Now, I'm just going to take a little bit more of the cilantro and sprinkle over top, making sure I rub it through my fingertips because that releases all those oils. Okay? Bon appetit, ceviche. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back on Saturday with my meal planning for the next week. And also, maybe if I have time, a little recipe that I've been enjoying, my Wendy's Frosty. Alright, see you Sunday. Bye.